Hello guys, welcome to the video. Today I will be showing you guys how to play Splashyard, and this is the current variant of Splashyard that I've been running, and I think you guys should run as well. It's pretty effective, and it can easily deal with like cards that you'll see going from 10k to 11k and to 12k. I am going to probably hit 11k tomorrow. It's gonna be super easy with this deck. I mean, I hardly lost any games getting up to here from 10k. So I'll go ahead and show you guys the first game. All right, we're against TJ here. And he's got, E-Giant and E-Barbs on his banner. Hopefully he's not playing both, but based on the chef, he could actually just be that guy with both of them. Definitely still could be. I'm going to go for a cage, yeah. Go for the cage high just to avoid any dash. If he supports it, then I can go for like a knight here or something. More like an ice wizard, but just kind of building the habit. I don't want to cage low and then I always cage low and then mess up. So he's got Firecracker. It could be Hog, but I feel like we don't run Hog. Yeah, we don't run Hog with Chef ever. So we're just gonna go for our knight and an ice wizard. Should take that out there. Spends 3 on a NATO. Which ain't too great for him. If I can go for a graveyard barb barrel. And then after the barbarian's taking quite a bit of damage, I pull all the aggro onto the knight. Like that. Perfect. Perfect. Huge amount of damage there. And his counter push isn't too strong. He did use his ability. We're just going to go for a cage though. Yeah, he's going to waste the 1 elixir on the ability. And then we just take everything out there. Very, very nice way to start the game off. Especially against these, Mega Knight players that, he's plotting something. What the heck, bro? This guy's got mirror. Okay. Not in a bad spot, though. And I don't think that's really a great card to mirror here. He does have the E-Giant. Okay. I gotta make sure I don't give him value with that ability of his. And I'll just bait that all back. That's value for him, though, if he activates it. He does. Okay. That's a nice little splash onto the E-Giant there. We can afford to take some damage. We got quite a lot of damage early on. And I just didn't have my cage in hand. Because I did not think this guy was going to be actually running all of those win conditions. We'll just go for a knight here. Played a little later so the Firecracker wouldn't get a hit. And then we can go for a baby dragon as well as a graveyard. And then I can ability here if the baby dragon gets low, as I did earlier. Right here. That. Oh, I barely missed the wizard. Because he NATO'd. Great NATO by him. But that is tower down anyway, so I don't think it matters too much. And he's probably just going to go for an E-Giant, the bridge. Oh, he goes for Mega Knight. Okay. Well, there's 20 seconds left, so we predicted his ability there with that. There we go. Should be game. Yeah. Good game, guys. On to game number 2 of the video, I guess. Some free crowns with this, or free trophies, sorry, with this deck. Look at this maze, guys. That could be decent. We'll see, though. Goes for an E-Spirit. It's not going to do any damage to my tower, but I'll still barb barrel it. Okay, perfect. He's playing Hog Rider. This is a very nice card to see when you're playing this deck, because you have the cage plus the NATO, just to be able to take it out whenever you want. And then you can also just block Firecrackers. Shouldn't go for my cage here because it cycles the Evo. And he doesn't have his Hog in hand, so he can't really punish it. And we have 2 counters anyway. I'm just going to go for a baby dragon here. I'm going to go for a poison to take out that musketeer. And he cycles back to another Hog, which is pretty good for him. I'm going to pull it to the King Tower still. Okay. Yeah, so against Hog, you're pretty well off. You got the cage in case they have Earthquake. It's a lot more resilient than the Tombstone. So it works pretty well. Let's go for a knight here to near his cage, I guess. Then I might baby dragon behind it if I See anything else that he plays here? Yeah, he plays a knight. Yeah, I'm just gonna baby dragon. Hopefully this baits out a musketeer. Then we can get that poison value and take that off the board. I'm not a big fan of having to deal with that thing. It hasn't yet, so I'm just gonna go for an ice wizard. There we go. Well, I'm not actually gonna poison that. I'm just gonna go for like a barbaro. Should do pretty well. Forced to use the ability. Not a great spot either. I was thinking the turret might grab him, but it like somehow hit him. Or yeah, I mean, somehow the turret would hit him. Which it did. We're just gonna go for a graveyard here. Because we gotta make up a little damage here. And we have a Goblin Brawler who's so strong. I mean, like, he just can do so much damage if he gets a hit. And we made up, about that whole damage taker we had. And then we just go for a nice NATO. Plus baby dragon. And if somehow that knight was getting on tower. Wait, I'm gonna, no. I was gonna ability to predict the turret. But I feel like that's just kind of a waste. We can just go for like a knight. We can go for a cage over here to pull him all the way over there. Nice baby dragon on top of the musketeer. Now we have a pretty good counter push. So we just go for the graveyard. So whenever you really get like a big counter push, go for the graveyard. It's just so nice. Oh, and it's tanking for the baby dragon, which is a lot of damage there. We're just gonna go for an ice wizard. So we don't have to leak, and it also like help me defend a hog if he played it at the bridge there for some reason. So I'm really just trying to bait out the musketeer. There we go. That's very nice. And I'll just like take it out because he did play it in a pretty anti-poison spot, but we do still take it out. And also ability just to get some more damage on that knight before it crosses the bridge. Go for an ice wizard. Goes for a big turret. Okay. I'm thinking I want to take out this musketeer bad because this is air cannon. And with this deck, you almost like live or die by the by your opponent's air counter. Like if their air counter's not on the field, you're gonna do great. If it's on the field, you're probably in a bad spot. Oh, perfect. He kind of missed that entire thing. I'm just gonna poison this because I don't want to deal with that thing. Just go for a cage here. And if he like spells the cage, I'll just go in at the bridge. Actually, I'm just gonna go at the bridge anyway because I'm gonna get that goblin. We're just gonna help take out his counter push. I'm just spamming the bridge. Play that over there. Oh, I thought that was a NATO. My bad. Dang, that would have been really nice to just NATO that away. Still not bad though. That baby dragon's gonna get a lot of lifetime. I just gotta be careful about that musketeer ability. He didn't go for it, so that's really, really nice. And we can get another baby dragon down. And we can ability to protect our baby dragon from their musketeer. That seems like game. I mean, yeah. Just keep your baby dragons alive and you'll just win games. Alright, on to game number 3. Alright, against Ferdinando RPC here. Looks like he's from Peru. We'll see what he's running. Looking to me like bridge spam. You can get a nice like NATO here, and you can get no hits if you get the timing like almost perfect. It is pretty hard to do that. So we end up taking a hit. Oh, it is RG. Okay, it's not terrible. We'll just defend it like that. You usually want to put your cage right on top of the RG because it slows it down, and then your Goblin Brawler gets a hit. But you can obviously do it where the RG can be NATO'd backwards, which has its place as well. If you have like, you know, NATO. Or if they have a lot of, maybe like a Evo or a Ghost, you want to not get a hit and just destroy your cage and play it lower. But you can then also like Knight. Just going to go for a Barbaro here because we have that King Tower, should help out. Guess we didn't even need it. We already have King Tower, so I'm just going to block it with a Knight. And then he might go for like a Fisherman or a Hunter. Yeah, he goes for the Hunter. So I'll just go for a Baby Dragon opposite lane, because that's his air counter. And if he's running a second one, I guess we'll see now, but I'm sure he's not. Yeah, so he goes for that. We're just going to go for a Cage, kind of as far away from the Hunter as we can get it. And then we'll NATO backwards right now. And then that Goblin Brawler can survive lightning, by the way, so he's able to just take out that RG. And we're down a bit of damage, but we got quite a bit with the Baby Dragon there. And then we'll just Bar Barrel. Take out that Rogus. And this is honestly a pretty decent counter push. You might just have to Hunter this. I was going to ability there, but not worth. Okay, we'll just go for an Ice Wizard. I don't want to play my Baby Dragon because I know he's just going to Hunter. So we're just going to go for a Baby Dragon. Now we'll go for the Baby Dragon because it's on defense. I could have waited probably a second on that cage though. And I'm not afraid of taking a hit to the point where I'm going to spend 3 elixir away from this counter push. Just go for a nice ability to pull everything onto the Knight. And that Baby Dragon's going to get a lot of value because that's his air counter down, and he's not going to have a great way to defend this. So that's tower down. So just kind of keeping track of his air counter a little bit, as well as just knowing that I have a huge counter push, and just being able to go in and taking just 1 RG hit to be able to have enough elixir and not need the NATO just wins you the game right there. So on to game number 4, guys. Alright guys, looks like we're going to get Seth here. Just a couple games, like 5 or 6 games away from 11k. Pretty easy push, really haven't lost many games. If anything, I lost maybe like 1 or 2. And that was primarily to E-Golem. It's just a matchup I'm not good at. We get the NATO there, the King Tower. And it looks like it's going to be 2.6. So I'll probably put this one in the video just because 2.6 is a pretty like modern matchup, and there's going to be quite a bit of it, especially if he's the Hero Knight. I don't think he does because he has Ice Golem, but still. 2.6 is definitely going to be popular, being able to run like 2 heroes. We're just going to go for the Knight behind our King Tower. This matchup's pretty easy, as you can just defend the Hogs with like the Cage or the NATO, especially since it's 2.6. But you do play up against it a lot, and it's just nice to get a refresher. And it's also a pretty like good matchup if you're starting out. You can win it pretty easily. In fact, you should win it about all the time. Just know that their number 1, or like, I guess their only air counter is that Musketeer. So if they misplay that, you can easily get some tower damage. Also, just take advantage of it. Like, if you can kill their Musketeer, then do it, because then they have no air counter. I just missed that NATO somehow. Not a big deal. We only take 1 hit because we got the King Tower active from earlier. And his Fireball's a little under-leveled. And I'm anticipating something here. Maybe. I'm just going to ability. Just for Evo Skellies, which is nice. We forced out some Evo Skellies. It's great. I'll just go for the Baby Dragon to slow everything down. A Bar Barrel. And we can take some damage here. I mean, it's 2.6. I could play this game perfectly. But it's almost like a guaranteed win. Just because he can't, like, really get his win condition on our tower. He did there just because I just don't really care, kind of. Like, I can just NATO, or I can Goblin, like, I'm just going to Cage here, and Baby Dragon, and he might get a Fireball down. But then he's got 4 less elixir to defend with. And I have a Knight. And now he's got to deal with this. And that Baby Dragon's going to be annoying because he has no counter. Because I just took aggro off of it. Or like took aggro off everything, kind of, actually. With the Knight. And we can get another Baby Dragon down. And then another Knight. And then if he goes for a Musketeer, we can pull aggro again. Okay, that's not great for him. Somehow that's still alive. Just please die, Evo Skellies. Please, thank you. Now we went for that, and I have another Baby Dragon in my hand. I'm just going to pressure this guy over and over and over with Baby Dragons, because he doesn't have a great answer to it at all. And I mean over and over. Like, this guy's just getting pressured so hard. And we'll go for a Graveyard here, because I have a full HP Knight across the bridge. Now we pull. Oh, I tried to get that baby dragon to be at like 1 HP there, but it's fine. Now we can go for poison. We have the Evo Cage. I mean, you can just like catch their cycle and do so much damage to them if you just keep them like not having their air counter. And that goes for almost every deck, but especially 2.6, where that's like their only card. So we'll just go for the poison, and that's good game. On to the last game of the video. Alright, y'all, up against La Fubball 13. We'll see what this guy's doing. His banner was that mortar, but I doubt it. So we're going to go ahead and play a poison on his Ice Wizard here. It probably is mortar bait, just because his banner is that, and he has the Ice Wizard. But it could also be a mirror matchup. Yeah, I honestly have no clue what it is right now. It's probably just some, like, random thing. Okay, it is some type of mortar deck. Let's go for the Knight as well to tank a bit of the mortars. Hopefully it's still tanking. Oh, it's not, but it's fine. So this guy's got that Musketeer and the Ice Wizard as his air counter, so probably not going to be able to take too much advantage of him not having those. But maybe we could later. Like, there's a chance. Especially now that it's just his Musketeer, which he has in his hand. So guys, I'm probably just going to go for a, like, cage in the middle here when I hit 10 elixir. That would be very nice. Plus, I'll have my Knight in hand for his other thing, his other mortar. So I'll just play it. I think he's got mortar back in hand now. He might be one card away. Regardless, I gotta start like prepping to defend it. And I have 6 elixir to defend it, yeah, so we're fine here. So I'm just gonna go Knight on top of that. Then an Ice Wizard right here to slow down that mortar. And also take some of the damage from it. Then we have a pretty good push. I'm just going to keep that baby dragon alive from that Ice Wizard there. With the ability. And just kind of keep that push itself alive. And if he goes for something like expensive here, like a 4 elixir card, I can probably just take his other tower with a Bar Barrel Graveyard. But he doesn't. So I'm just going to go for a Bar Barrel. Yeah. He might Musketeer, and then that just gives me poison value. He goes for Skeletons. Okay. We just go for our Evo Cage. It's not really going to get much value in this matchup, like killing tanks. So I got to use it there just to take out stuff. And then I can pull aggro off the the Goblin, sorry, and the Mortar with the ability. And then go for a nice Bar Barrel to take out that Musketeer. Then we get a nice Cage down. And then as soon as that Cage gets low, we will go for, well, I'll just go for it now, I guess. The Ice Wizard. So the Cage is able to, like, tank a little bit of damage there. And then we go for a nice Poison here. Take out the Skellies if he plays them. To take out that, like, Goblin guy. Just go for a nice ability. Keep that Baby Dragon alive. Boom. That's a lot of Baby Dragon damage there. And now we are definitely, like, up an elixir. Like, we have enough elixir to defend his mortar if he goes for him. We'll just go for a Bar Barrel plus Baby Dragon to take out that Musketeer there. Then we'll also go for a Knight. And then a Poison on top of that Musketeer. And that Poison will also stop him from going on a mortar if he, like, immediately killed my push. But he won't. And now we just have a Cage, so he's probably not going to want a mortar here. So he's not gonna. And we'll just go for a nice Baby Dragon, especially the Evo with the Cage. Can be very, very strong because that Goblin Brawler does so much damage, and if he's running quick, he can definitely catch your opponent off guard. And he already is super fast, so the buff to the movement speed helps a lot. Go for a nice Cage there to try and take out that Evo Knight. Then we'll just go for a Knight. So when the Cage dies, the mortar doesn't lock onto a tower. Go for the Baby Dragon there. Use the ability to get a little bit more tankiness. And then we just go for like a Poison. At this point, I'm not really thinking too heavily about like going for a Graveyard. But it would be nice. We just pull aggro from that Musketeer. Get 2 baby dragons down. Once you start stacking baby dragons, then you're in a very good spot. It's pretty hard to lose momentum because, again, most opponents only have like 1 air counter or 2, so you can really just win games like that. So that's the last game of the video, guys. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you enjoyed and found this video helpful. Let me know in the comments. Have a nice day.